Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be addressing a very sensitive topic. Viewer discretion is advised. Some of you may have already heard about the Goldman VR situation, a case involving deeply disturbing predatory behavior directed at very underage victims. This initially surfaced on TikToks, but shortly after the allegations began gaining attention, Goldman deactivated his account. Goldman has been accused of repeated sexual and predatory behavior toward minors. Allegedly, around 25 victims have come forward, and even that number may not reflect the full scope, since many victims never speak out. Even so, that number alone is staggering. Most offenders typically have far fewer known victims. A jump like this doesn't happen by accident, it points to a repeated pattern of behavior, the sheer degeneracy behind it. Another major red flag is his constant inconsistency about his age. Goldman was known to lie repeatedly about it, telling one person he was 16 and another he was 12.
Remind you, he's 16, I'm 13. I just turned 13. I'm turning 14 this year.
Later brushing it off as some kind of joke. But the evidence provided shows it went far beyond that, and his continued actions make that painfully clear. One of the most disturbing aspects of this situation is how he attempted to excuse his behavior by blaming it on hypersexuality. For those of you who don't know, hypersexuality refers to an excessive preoccupation with sexual behavior. Whether the explanation is true or not, it is irrelevant. It does not erase harm, it does not lessen responsibility, and it does not undo the damage to victims. And unfortunately, it gets worse. According to multiple accounts, he allegedly coerced victims into sexual behavior through guilt and manipulation, including threatening self-harm to pressure them into complying. That is not vulnerability, that is not desperation, that is calculated emotional abuse. It's a vile method of control, and under no circumstance could behavior like this ever be tolerated or normalized. As more information surfaced, it was revealed that Goldman may have posted an apology on TikTok, potentially explaining why the account was deleted. While this can't be fully confirmed and remains speculative, what is clear is that victims continue to speak out, and evidence continues to surface. Leaked screenshots emerged that further supported their claims, painting an even more disturbing picture of his behavior. There were also additional allegations involving racist language used in Discord servers. And to be absolutely clear, take the following with caution. Allegedly, explicit material involving minors was shared, along with deeply inappropriate statements and actions involving victims' images. These claims are disturbing, graphic, and completely unacceptable, and they reinforce an already established pattern of sexual harassment that extended beyond VR platforms and into private online spaces. He was also known to interact with the victims in VR chat while using sexually explicit avatars.
So this is technically what happened with Goldman. I am the last victim of what he did. Technically what he did is we joined a call, he added me to a group and I joined it and we're all talking. We joined VR chat, playing Truth or Dare. He comes up to me and does this to my avatar. Not once.
Oh, wait, what?
Multiple times.
Further blurring the boundaries and indulging in predatory fantasies in spaces where minors were present. It's genuinely disgusting to see a Gorilla Tag content creator fall to this level. That brings up the question, why am I covering this now? The answer is simple. Goldman recently responded in a public comment section under a Chasing VR video. In his comment he stated, "Hello, I know a lot of people are not happy on seeing me, and I'm not either, as you guys know what I have done. And trust me, I hate myself for my life was ruined when I did all of this stuff, but I'm have changed. Well, I'm trying to. It has been really difficult through these months, but I have improved. I'm trying to say is that I'm sorry. You don't have to accept it. I just wanted to tell you guys I'm sorry for the pain that I have caused. And the people, my friends that have hurt, I have no idea if I'm ever coming back to G-Tag. And one thing to clear is that I was 14 at the time. People thought I was 17, I was 14, so people calling me a pedo, I'm not, but still for what I've done, I'm not ignoring. I'm trying my best to become a better person of myself. So I'm trying to say, I ruined my life because I thought I wouldn't get caught, but I did. I'm sorry for everything. I hope I might come back as a better person." This is quite the mouthful, but it's necessary to read his apology in response in order to dissect it and understand it. Now, I have quite a bit of critiques I'd like to go over in his apology. First and foremost, this is all just one run-on sentence, and you guys heard me trying to read it out. It was awful to read, and honestly, I had a hard time trying to understand it. One of the biggest things that stood out to me was how he used his age to hide behind his title of pedo. First of all, he is prone to lying about his age, which has been proven numerous times. Secondly, you're still a predator in the literal sense. If you were truly 14, you still preyed on the vulnerability and exploited minors. You guilt-tripped them, you are a predator. One of the things I hate most about this apology is that it's one just self-centered mess. He keeps trying to guilt trip with phrases like, "I hate myself, my life is ruined, I'm trying to become a better person." This is such a dumb way of trying to dodge accountability. I don't want to hear anybody saying he was taking responsibility. He was trying to deflect and portray himself as the victim. Overall, this just seems like one desperate last attempt to not be hated. It's his final Hail Mary to save face after his disgusting actions. I personally cannot ever forgive Goldman. What Goldman did was awful. He took the innocence from kids and tried to make himself the victim. And for that, Goldman, if you're watching this, don't ever come back to Gorilla Tag. If you made it to the end of this video, think carefully about what you've just heard and seen. Could someone like Goldman ever be forgiven for this? Thank you all for watching.